Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a collective message. This is going to be a specific message for a specific group of people. So if you do feel drawn in any kind of way to the title, to the thumbnail, or if this pops up randomly, then it could be for you. But of course, just take what resonates. If you feel confused, it's probably not your message. Not everything will resonate with you. Also, if there will be an extended reading, it will be linked down below in the description box. So when I was tuning in here to the message, the first thing I was shown was somebody taking a telescope and metaphorically speaking, kind of looking at the vision of their life up ahead. And when these cards flew out, we have prosperity lies ahead, we have the Three of Wands, and we have make the effort. So this feels to be for a group of people here that there might be some kind of specific vision that you have at this point, or this could just be in general about kind of your focus, where you're focusing, your kind of like goals, your dreams, your attention, and where that's being directed or where that's going. I feel like this is actually more of a message of just wanting to bring somebody this, comfort, or bring somebody this message here to really know that you are supported. We have this card, show the world the real you. And we also have trust your path. If you knew that you would be supported, what would you do? So I feel like this is for somebody who it's like you've been picking up the pieces in many areas of your life, and it's really now time to expand your vision again, is what I'm getting. With the Aquarius energy coming up as well, this definitely could be something that is a part of like your purpose, is a part of your spiritual path as well. And it feels like this is, again, almost like a bit of a predictive message or something from like your future self, wanting to assure you or give you this, again, like comfort, or give you this optimistic or positive message that this path is supported, and that you, if you take this plunge or if you move into this particular direction, there will be prosperity here ahead. And even if you don't have like one particular thing, it might actually just be that your energy has picked itself up, is what Spirit's saying. So maybe, again, you've been picking up pieces, you've been working through a lot of shadows, you've been working through some darkness within yourself. And it's like, I feel what's happening at this point now is that you are like, it's like you're rolling forward. The energy is rolling forward. So you've picked up enough pieces, or you've done enough work. So with this also, make the effort. This could be, again, it depends on how it relates to you specifically. This could also be a bit of a guidance or a push, a motivation for you to make the effort, make a greater effort, or to not to like push yourself or to exhaust yourself, but just to kind of pour into whatever it is that you're passionate about, or just make a bit more of a bigger effort, maybe because you are supported behind that. So maybe there's some residual kind of fear that's holding you back from actually putting yourself out there, or taking that kind of next step in a certain career path or a goal, or something like that. And they keep wanting to emphasize as well that this seems to be directly connected to something, some kind of cycle that you've picked up the pieces with. I don't know exactly what that is. It could be something that, again, with this Aquarius energy, you may have it like somehow spiritually you've closed out a significant cycle, and this cycle that you've closed out is like spiritually, energetically aligning you here to your prosperity. And I'm being shown something kind of was stifling you, or something was almost like pushing your energy back, or even I'm seeing something around the throat as well. So you may have been restricting yourself. If this is for you, how you'll also know that this is for you is that there may have been a part of your life, or like a chapter of your life, where you were holding yourself back, where you were restricting yourself from being your true self, from expressing your true self, from maybe even following, it could be like an unconventional path, something that is not widely accepted, or you feel like your family or your friends or someone doesn't accept it. That could also be for some of you. But with this to be at the bottom here too, yeah, expect powerful change. And this is actually beneath this hold your vision. There's such a strong message in this reading for whoever this group of people is to hold your vision and expect powerful change. That with the telescope reference as well, there's something here about, I don't know if this is just, again, it almost feels like this is something that, how to put it, like you kind of need to know this right now. I don't know if you have your eyes or your mind kind of set on some kind of goal. And so it's almost like if you were to be looking at it as through a telescope, even though it doesn't have to be that far away. For some of you, maybe you do feel like this particular goal or this path is a bit far away for you. And that could be, again, what the message is. So for example, it could be that, let's say that you have an idea of where you want to be like 5 years from now or 10 years from now, or you have a vision for like a business that you're opening. This message would be a encouraging message for you from Spirit to say that they are wanting you to drop the fear that you have of if it will be successful or when would this prosperity come in. If you knew that you were supported, what would you do? So really like dropping the fear surrounding what's possible here for this. And don't give up here. So if you have already been implementing some steps forward, Spirit wants somebody to hear this, to not give up on this right now. So if this kind of sounds like something that could be for you, let's go ahead and see a bit more. They're showing me magnets that are coming together. 2 magnets coming together. 3 of Pentacles is here. So it's almost like you're magnetizing something to you. You are creating some kind of opportunity. Again, it's going to resonate a bit differently for everyone. If you don't have exact plans yet, or you don't know exactly what this is, you actually could be magnetizing or attracting something that is going to appear, that's going to help the pieces come together. So it's almost like maybe you'll have something to work on very soon, or like some kind of opportunity will come in, which will give you the next step. With this man kind of working here, make the effort. Something with wood could be a sign for someone. If you're doing some sort of, crafts with wood, that might just be for somebody. But what else, Spirit, would you like to say here? Yeah, and if anything you could take away from this reading, they keep wanting to say here that I guess it seems to be important for you to know that this prosperity ahead for you is the product or is the result of something that is like owed to you, or that has been closed out for you to look beyond now, or to move forward now. The way this man is looking over the horizon, like this has been something that is like a well-deserved reward, or you have successfully kind of like been able to overcome something that is opening a door for you in terms of now like your prosperity, or being able to apply yourself more directly to something in a way that will turn out to be productive. So there's like a spiritual undertone to whatever this path is, I feel, for this group of people, meaning that you are maybe ready for the next step here. I'm hearing add your own flavor. So yeah, it's something to do with like putting your own twist on something, or adding your own flavor into something. Again, that could be quite literal for somebody if you're being drawn to like do some kind of craft, or like put your own twist on what you're making or what you're producing. But it also feels like it's just in general, like it's time to kind of apply yourself in a more well-rounded way that is more aligned to kind of like who you are at a soul level, or what those kind of emerging things are within yourself that are ready to come out and to be applied in the physical world. So what else, Spirit? So I can't show this card on YouTube because it's showing some nudity, but we have the Star here, and we also have the 9 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, I keep getting this. It seems like it's actually a pretty straightforward message, actually, but I do want to get some more oracle cards that yeah, somebody needs to hear this, that with the 2 of Pentacles here, the 9 of Swords, you could be stressing or having anxiety about something, but it's like with the Star being here, there is success here. And it could be a little bit of a deeper kind of message where it may not be easy to kind of like always trust ourselves, or it may not be easy to trust that, like, you know, if I were to just invest in this certain thing, or if I were to follow this path from my heart, there may be kind of course, like some fear that comes from that on the ego level. But there's something with the star that, again, it's aligning to like a greater mission or a higher path that is like almost like invisible strings kind of pulling you there. So I feel like that's, again, kind of wanting for someone to have this confirmation that it's almost like you're being kind of pulled forward, and it's almost like your success is guaranteed. You can't escape that success even if you wanted to, which I'm sure you don't want to escape your success, but if that makes sense, like there's almost something where, how to put that more simply, like it's almost like you're afraid over nothing, because this particular path or this particular kind of vision that you have for your future is already like yours, or already guaranteed because of something on this like spiritual level. So yeah, some of you could definitely be light workers, star seeds, and it's like it's your time kind of to blossom into this. So your fears are kind of like not necessary, even though they are difficult to, you know, just kind of disregard, of course, but that's something coming through here. I'm seeing somebody specific having like a calculator and like calculating all of the, like maybe you're opening again some kind of business, or you're doing the finances on something, and I feel like it's one of two messages. In one aspect, it could be that this is time to get organized and to kind of apply yourself in a practical way as well, with the Taurus energy coming up, that you may feel kind of drawn to start to get things in shape, get things in order. But at the same time, there's maybe, if you're over kind of like putting too much logic into it, or if you're putting too much pressure on yourself to like get everything perfect, or to have everything logically kind of like make sense, there may be a balance required between those two things. So that'll make sense if that's for you. But like, you know, of course there could be practical elements to it, that you can't just throw yourself into something if you don't have the finances for it, or if you're kind of, you know, saving up for something. But there's like a balance between trusting that like you are supported, so you can kind of like relinquish control and let go of fear, and also don't give up here, and keep kind of organizing, or keep the vision going, is basically what this is here. Yeah, I'm hearing keep things simple. Not exactly sure what they mean by this, but I'm being shown an echo, like somebody's echo that is echoing back to them, almost like the scene in I think the Grinch, where he's talking in this in the cave or something, and then he hears the echo. I don't know if this means that you are speaking like kind of a bit more to yourself, or like you're having to reflect within yourself here. Yeah, it could be love yourself first and spice up your routine. There could be a bit of a message here to get clear on kind of what is your inner voice telling you, or what is your intuition telling you. So take that how that intuitively applies for you, because I feel like it could be, it's something with this show the world the real you, like who are you really, or what is your passion, what is your true path, what is kind of maybe even self-talk, something like that, like pepping yourself up, but also watching kind of, are you speaking to yourself kindly, or are you believing in yourself here, are you trusting your path? So there is something about that here. Wake up call, and we have declutter your thoughts as well. Yeah, so I feel like there's actually a process happening for whoever this group of people is for. That could be the echo reference. There's actually a process happening for you to where you are going through a bit of like a wake-up call. Whether or not you can feel that, or whether or not you can kind of identify what that is, there's something happening kind of like on a spiritual level. So for example, it could even be in your thoughts, or in the kind of ideas that start to pop in, or into the different kind of interests that you have recently, or like you feel pulled into like a different direction, or you feel pulled to expand your knowledge on like a particular topic maybe. there's something here with the brown colors here too. Like you're going through some kind of like regeneration process, which feels like it's stirring up and awakening lost memories or lost talents or lost skills, maybe from a past life, maybe something with the star here, like something that you have always been meant to do. But it also could be on a more, practical level as well. Maybe that you just kind of feel like your current reality or your current job is sort of getting a bit stale, and there's almost like something that is either happening now or will happen that's going to be shaking things up, and it's going to urge you or like push you to try something new, or to just be kind of a more authentic version of yourself, to follow a more authentic path for yourself. So again, there's so much like spiritual guidance and spiritual protection coming up in the reading. Whatever this is that you're currently going through, whatever kind of ideas you have, but also with the echo reference, maybe some of it is uncomfortable, maybe you're spending a lot of time alone, or you have triggering thoughts, or maybe you have just a lot of swarming thoughts. Whatever that is though, it's happening here for you right now, so that, yeah, they're showing me like a helicopter, and the helicopter arrives and you have to get in the helicopter to take you now up in the air, to kind of take you where you're going. But it's almost like the helicopter hasn't arrived yet. So there's something of, it's like you're being prepared to be transported somewhere. Not actually, unless that makes sense for you, but like you're being prepared to be transferred, or like to like taken under the wing or something like that. But it feels very much of a process that is a bit like out of your control, because it feels like, yeah, again, some of you know what this is, so you kind of already know what I'm talking about. And again, if that's the case for you, you know that this is your highest path, or you know that this kind of helicopter is coming, or you know that like, I'm being called to elevate this, and I'm being kind of called to spice up my life, or to try this new path, or even just to kind of be more dedicated to what you already do. And that would be just confirming again this energy of what you're moving through personally, of kind of cultivating a greater sense of self-love, so that you can show up more genuinely with this path, with your work, with the efforts that you're making. But others of you, this is more of like an unconscious thing happening, maybe that possibly you don't really understand, and maybe if you maybe just don't know what you're going through now, this could serve as a confirmation for you to what is happening, is that you are about to be kind of almost plucked from where you are and taken to something higher. But it's in your highest good, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Yeah, and this is all kind of what I was mentioning, that this feels like a spiritual shift that's taking place for you, that if you're needed, kind of I'm hearing, if you're needed somewhere else, then that's kind of going to be where you're guided to, or where you are sort of transported to, with the reference of like the helicopter I'm seeing. So there could be some kind of rearranging happening, or a shift in directions, or a shift in even locations for someone specific maybe. The Great Gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits and Soul Tribe. Yeah, so yeah, there's like some kind of larger orchestration that's guiding this right now. It feels like it's all happening here to pull something together. This feels like it's this again, message for a group of star seeds maybe, and it feels like, let's see, tell us a bit more, Spirit. What else? Take us a bit more into this specifically. What else do the viewers need to know about this? Yeah, they're showing me something happening in the background, almost like if this was behind the curtain. The Ace of Cups. The Four of Cups, the Magician is at the bottom. Oh, and I wanted to say thank you so much to Denise. I was meant to say that in the beginning of the reading, but I got kind of taken up in the channeling here. But thank you so much to Denise for gifting me this from my Amazon wish list, the Tarot Grand Lux, I think it's called, or Grand Lux. Yeah, Tarot Grand Lux. Thank you so much for this deck. I've been eyeing this actually for a really long time. Don't know why I haven't gotten it earlier. So yes, thank you. But yeah, Ace of Cups, the Magician, the Four of Cups. So yeah, the way this man's looking at that cup up here, it's almost like, again, that telescope reference I was getting, like a vision, some kind of vision that is larger than just you, though, with this here. And that's kind of why I'm getting, it's like this creating heaven on earth. This is a larger collective thing that's happening with the star. This kind of goes into alignment with, like, we are manifesting a, like, collectively manifesting greater sense of alignment and peace and love here. And this is going to obviously, like, include the individuals. So this is something that I feel you, if you're watching this reading, if you're here and if you resonate with this, that you are also partaking in this. You are also selected kind of for this. And I feel like it's kind of, again, explaining that there's a, with the fish here and the sea life, there's something very much connected to, like, a deeper sense of fulfillment on a deep level, on a very like quenched level, that I feel is trying to be guided into your life. It's trying to come in here to help to align that for you so that your life can become more lush and aligned and loving and all of those things here. So yeah, you can kind of expect maybe a lot of rearranging. I will go into some tea leaf cards in a minute here, and I might do an extended, I haven't decided yet, but if we do, we'll get a bit more specific into what's manifesting for this new path, because it feels now is a time to integrate all that I have gathered. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying in the beginning. This feels like you've collected enough kind of research in a way, or you've connected enough wisdom, and now with this Show the World the Real You, you are meant to share that now. You're meant to expand that, to share that, to pour that outward. And it's not just you doing that. It's like you're part of a larger group here. So maybe you could be coming together with, like, soul family, new people. But with the Magician, this is also activating certain gifts of yours with this light in her hand and the symbols here and the light here too in the hands. Some of you could be a healer. Definitely, I think that you would be if you resonate with this. So either you're about to kind of embark on a path of becoming a healer for others, or it's just like you're being kind of activated again in a more expanded way. And I think going back to the original message of make the effort, of you are supported. This is not a time to hold back. If this is for you, this is not a time to hold back. This is not a time to keep yourself dim or small, or to downplay or to doubt yourself. There is something calling you and kind of beckoning you, and you are about to be kind of taken on that helicopter ride, which feels like it's going to be for, it's going to really shake up kind of the lower energies, whatever has been stagnant or stale. Okay, and for someone specific, I'm getting, even if you had like a dream that you thought could never happen, or maybe you've tried it before, or something with the way this man's looking at that cup, like you maybe have felt like it wasn't your time. Maybe you tried something years before, or months, or whatever, however long ago, and it's like it's you, now is kind of the time though. And I can't really tell, since time, doesn't exist in the way that we know it. I can't tell if this is like maybe you've tried this in other lifetimes, or this is something to where you are ready to kind of activate something that you've been working towards for a very long time, or if this is something in this lifetime. Like I said, a couple of months ago or years ago, you may have tried something and it just wasn't the right time. I'm hearing something like people can sleep if they want, I'm hearing, and they mean this in a way to where if people want to sit back and not do anything, that's their choice, but you have a choice to do something different. So I don't know if maybe you are comparing yourself to other people, or if this is something of just, again, encouraging you to know that like you can sort of like make a difference, or you can do something that can be impactful. Whatever other people do is not like your business. You may even also have to kind of leave behind certain stale environments or kind of stale relationships. If people don't want to elevate with you, that's not your choice, that's not your problem. And so with the reference of being kind of like transported in the helicopter, you know, obviously you're being taken from one place to the next. So you could be kind of like taken out of your comfort zone, or taken out of like a environment, a relationship, a job that you've become used to. But it's almost like maybe the people around you have been sleeping, so to speak, or they've been kind of zombies in some sort of way, whatever that means, if that resonates with somebody. Yeah, and I also feel too like whoever this is for, you have done a lot of healing on not only yourself, but I feel like maybe for your family, your lineage, something here that feels like you have, they're showing like a long string, and it's like you've healed everything on that string, and now you've kind of reached the end of the string here, and all that's kind of behind you has been kind of like shed, the layers on that. I meet resistance with kindness. Yeah, so you could be feeling a bit resistant here. There might be something that that's kind of the whole message, or the point of the whole message here, I feel in the beginning, was that this is about encouraging you to not hold back, but also to kind of be gentle with yourself at the same time, but to know that you are highly supported with this web here. Again, I'm getting something with maybe ancestors. My dreams reveal that magic is real and anything is possible. Yeah. With a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. Like I said, this is definitely a large message here for the collective, that if you're kind of in this group here, many people are going through this. So and I'm hearing too how you may know this is for you as well, is that you've taken kind of the long road in some way. So maybe you've taken with the string reference I was seeing behind you, maybe it's been like a long journey, a long time coming. You may have taken the long road where other people around you maybe have taken shortcuts, and so it's almost like the people who take shortcuts maybe don't make it to where you are going, but you stayed on track and you took the long road. I think this came up in the last reading too. So because of this, it's like you are entering into something with this dream catcher here. Like it's almost like you are entering into some different, again, like level of consciousness here. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. We have beware of greed. So I don't know if that, it may not be you. For some of you, this could be about you opening your mind to, again, like a not knowing exactly how things will play out, or not having all the answers. It could be something financially with the calculator I was saying earlier. Maybe you kind of have to let go of like the money that you could make in this particular path for somebody specific, or kind of just, again, letting kind of the ego go here and trusting in a higher plan. It also could be other people around you though. People who, again, are like the people who are not going with you where you're going. People who are not making the cut somehow, or have only lived for greed, or are not aligning to the authentic path that you're walking. But I do think for some of you, this could be you. Not to say that you're greedy, but it just might be that, again, it's more of like what the ego may want, or instant gratification, something like that. But yeah, we have make the effort and increase your effort. So once again, I feel like this is saying that you are going to be taken care of if you just kind of apply yourself, and if you trust, and if you keep striving for that. Not pushing in a way that you are overexerting, but just to know that there's nothing more to wait for, I'm hearing. I don't know if maybe some of you need to hear that. Maybe you're waiting for something that, I don't know, like it's almost like if we don't do it now, then when will we do it? What are we kind of waiting for? So that could definitely be a message here. It feels like a strong message actually for someone, or it could be kind of the undertone of this reading. Like that quote, if not now, then when? It's like, what is sort of holding you back? And there could be many different reasons for that, but it could definitely be fear, could be greed, could be ego, could be fear of rejection, fear of failure. And there's a feeling of like, don't waste any more time, or like there's nothing more to do, there's nothing more to heal, there's nothing more to wait for. Yeah. We have, you need to defend yourself. Climbing towards success. Great personal sorrow. Yeah, so we have a wish is granted, and we have news is on the way. At the bottom, we do have here money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Justice. I don't know why I'm hearing the movie Where the Crawdads Sing, I think it's called. I've never actually watched it. I just had seen it pop up somewhere, like on Netflix or something. And for some reason, I'm seeing that in my mind. So I don't know what that, I'm not sure what that movie's about. But if it has something to do here, or if it's tied in somehow to this message. So yeah, I feel like I keep getting that you don't need anything else, or you don't need to do anything else. I keep hearing that. So it's almost like the way this Justice card too is like right in the center. It's almost like it doesn't want to be, I'm actually getting that. It's like there's almost like a protective energy coming from this Justice card. You need to defend yourself. But again, I don't feel like this is something that you need to actively like exert yourself to do. You are already protected. I mean, yes, you could, if that resonates, you know, needing to kind of set boundaries, to pull back your energy. But there's almost some kind of like, I can feel the energy coming from the Justice card of like a protection. And I feel like it has something to do with like, everything is like, there's nothing more for you to do. There's nothing more for you to involve yourself with that would sort of be wasted effort, meaning towards something behind you maybe, or something else, or to try to control a situation. There's nothing more to do here. There could definitely be a period of time, whether it's happened already or not, probably has already been happening for a lot of you, where there's like a bit of a rearrangement that has had to happen, which can be a bit of like a silent time, or like a time where there's not a whole lot happening, or with the personal sorrow. I mean, there may have definitely been some difficulties that you've had to like recently grieve, or to like let go, or to leave behind. And there's a feeling of like, okay, this is done, or this is about to be finalized, or there's nothing more for you to involve yourself with, like everything's taken care of. There could be a bit of this like wanting to almost again shield you, or to, how do I explain that, like to let you know that whatever you feel is out of your control, or that something didn't kind of play out the way that you wanted to, or some grief or pain that you've experienced, there's nothing more for you to control with that or to do with that now. I mean, and for some too, I mean, there could be something here about something actually owed to you with this boat and the Justice card, and news is on the way. Some kind of money owed to you. But it also, if that's not the case, it is... Let me actually see, what is this news on the way? Because it could be more so something that's going to help to like grant a wish of yours that can tie into this whole thing. Yeah, and this is at the bottom here of this deck too. It's happening for you, not to you. I think this is actually the title of the last reading I posted. So definitely feels to be all connected. And the way they're actually showing me how there's this blindfold on the woman, there is certain things that... How do I word this? Let me pull one card to see here. What is the what is this news on the way? What is this news is on the way? Look at the bigger picture. Yeah, so conclusions are within reach. Have faith in your dreams. Don't know if I'm going to pick up on exactly what it is for everyone, because I'm not really getting a specific here, because it could just be some kind of news which is going to really tie into what we've seen in the reading here, of like to kind of help to just, you know, push you forward, to help for Spirit to take care of you in some kind of difficulty that you've been facing. Is there anything else I've missed here about this, Spirit, before we go? Pay attention to your work and you will receive a gift. Yeah, for someone very specific, at the bottom here we have involvement with the law. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, and force is working against you. So again, I almost feel like this is something that is like there's a shield coming from this card. So I don't even think we need to go more into it, because for a lot of you, even though it may be different for everyone, either for one group of you, this is something involving a legal situation with the Justice card, and Spirit saying that you will be taken care of. So whether or not that means that something didn't go in your favor or you didn't win some kind of case, and Spirit saying that don't worry, there will be justice in some way for you because that wasn't right. That's just very specific. Or there will be something that will go in your favor legally here, having to do with a gift that will come in that's going to give you actually like, it's going to help you to move towards your success at a greater level. But there is some kind of stubborn path here that I feel, or stubborn person that, again, doesn't involve you. Yes, it could involve you directly, but like there's something here just like not paying attention to it anymore, or not like going down that path anymore. Something is not changing, or someone's not willing to change. And this is something of like, see the bigger picture, that there is going to be something that will come out of this, which is going to end up being for your highest good. And I mean, for someone I am getting with this wake-up call, I don't know exactly how that relates, but there could be something in this whole thing that has been a wake-up call for you to see this truth. So maybe you've had to step back and look at the bigger picture, like through my sorrow or through this difficult situation specifically, I had to kind of learn the hard way, or I had to kind of step back and zoom out and see the bigger picture, that actually this is happening for me, not to me, even if it feels like initially it's not. And lastly, I'll say too that there also could be something here about if this is something that is impending, like it hasn't happened yet. that protective energy I'm getting from the Justice card for some of you could actually be the news that comes in at that time, needing to see it from a bigger perspective, that it's this news, maybe it's unpleasant news, maybe it's something that, I don't know, is wrapping up somehow for you, but don't, kind of defend yourself from it, not allowing that to shift things for you. Like, pay attention to your work, pay attention to this, you will receive a gift. So I think I will do an extended for this, and I will just pull some cards from different decks. I will also use the Manifest Oracle to see what you could be manifesting just a bit more here. I'm just going to leave it open to Spirit to see just what else is coming up here, what else you need to know to add on here to anyone who is going to be joining over in the extended. But for now, I will leave this reading here. I hope that this was helpful. I hope this could reach whoever it's meant for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. And if you would like to join our Patreon community as well, I'll have that linked below. So as for the extended, I'll have a link to the individual extended if you'd like to purchase the one extended reading over on Gumroad. But if you would like to join our Patreon community, then you will have access to all of the extended readings as well as exclusive pick a card readings every week, and scrying readings every Monday. So I'll leave those both down below. And thanks so much for being here, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.